Here's another poisonous plant. Let's talk about the yew tree. Shout out to my warrior cats girlies. Y'all know what's up. So this is the yew tree. There's actually a bunch of types of yew trees. There's like American, Japanese, whatever. All or most of them are toxic. So they're just a tree. You can find them in lots of places. They're pretty common and they're just a very nice looking tree. However, they can kill you. All parts of the tree are poisonous, including the needles, the berries, the roots, to a lesser extent the bark and wood, but they're still poisonous. But the most toxic parts being the leaves and berries. The wood from the yew is actually commonly used in a lot of things. Like, I know they're pretty popular in, like, traditional bow making, like for bow and arrows. However, there are concerningly often yew poisoning cases of people inhaling or accidentally ingesting sawdust from working with yew wood. So, just remember, if you're working with yew wood, wear a ventilator, don't get it in your mouth, don't ingest it at all, because you could get poisoned by it, and that's not fun. They are an evergreen tree, so that means they have leaves year-round, but one fact that I found very interesting, and I'm not sure why this is, but yew, I guess, are more poisonous during the winter. I don't know why that is, I don't know what advantage that has, but I guess they're just more toxic during the winter, which I think is very neat, and it kind of confuses me, but go off. Yew trees contain multiple toxic alkaloids in the, kind of group taxines. So there's a bunch of different taxine alkaloids contained in yew plants, but that's what the toxic compound is. This is also a very fast poison with symptoms beginning in around 30 minutes and can cause death in less than or up to around 2 hours. So it is very fast. The lethal dose of this is just like 50 grams, grams or milligrams, hold on. So yeah, the lethal dose is about 50 grams of the leaves or needles, which is kind of a lot, but also varies depending on the individual, but nobody's accidentally eating 50 grams of yew leaves, so. There's also no known antidote to yew poisoning, so if there is yew poisoning cases, kind of the only treatment is to basically just stomach pump and get all of the stuff out as fast as possible, and just kind of let whatever toxin was ingested run its course and treat and manage the symptoms. But there's no antidote, you just kind of want to get it out of there, so like induced vomiting, stomach pump, etc. So, yew poisoning symptoms includes nausea, vomiting, dizziness, feeling just kind of overall bad, as well as cognitive and visual impairments, so like not being able to see or think as well as normal. More severe symptoms lead to difficulty breathing, convulsions, so like seizures, and coma, and eventually death. Also, I mentioned earlier that the seed is poisonous, like this red stuff. Actually, not the flesh of the seed that's poisonous, so like the red, juicy part, that's not poisonous, but the seed inside is poisonous. So don't eat them anyway, it's just not the flesh that's the poisonous part, it's the seed. Just so you're aware. So, more severe symptoms also include, in addition to respiratory problems, it also causes decreased heart rate and decreased blood pressure and eventually death due to respiratory failure because your lungs stop working. Yeah, another very interesting toxic plant. Don't eat these. It's a very nasty poison, but there we go.